When Catholic missionaries first arrived in the land that would become modern-day Mexico, they were greeted by the barbaric Aztec people, who sacrificed living humans to their pagan gods. As many as 20,000 people could be sacrificed each day. For centuries, torrents of blood flowed down the Aztec pyramids. There seemed to be little in common between Aztec culture and Christian civilization. How could such barbaric people be brought into the light of the gospel? Years of efforts only managed to convert a small number of Aztecs to Catholicism. On the morning of Saturday, December 9th, 1531, Mary, the Mother of God, miraculously appeared to a humble indigenous farmer named Juan Diego. Juan was among the small number of indigenous converts in those years. For 6 years, Juan would walk 10 kilometers every morning to attend Mass in church. That morning, Mary told Juan that she wished a church to be built on the spot where she appeared. Juan told the bishop what he saw and heard, but the bishop did not believe him. Eventually, Mary agreed to give Juan a sign so the bishop would believe him. On the morning of December 12th, Mary asked Juan to collect some Castilian roses from the mountains and show them to the bishop. Juan headed into the mountains, as he had been told by Mary. To his surprise, the usually barren mountains were adorned with flourishing Castilian roses, the flowers not native to Mexico. Juan picked some roses, wrapped them in his tilma, and went to the bishop. As Juan unfurled his tilma in front of the bishop was first amazed by the flowers, which were unlikely to be found at that time in Mexico. People in that room were then surprised to see an image of Mary miraculously appearing on the humble tilma of Juan Diego. In that image, Mary appears as a mestiza, a mixed child of indigenous and Spanish parents. In the eyes of Catholics, the starry blue mantle and the praying posture show that the woman in the image is Mary, the star of the sea, Mother of God. To the Aztecs, her mantle resembles those worn by royalty. Her hairstyle shows that she is a virgin. The black ribbon around her waist shows that she is pregnant. The flower patterns on her clothes, especially the 4-petaled flower over her womb, signify divine presence, that the child in her womb is God. The moon, worshipped by pagan Aztecs as a god, is trampled under her feet. This shows that the woman in the image is greater than the pagan gods. This image of Mary bridged two cultures that seemed infinitely different. During a few years after this Marian apparition, over 9 million people in Mexico were converted to Catholicism. A Flemish Franciscan named Peter of Ghent baptized over 1 million indigenous Mexicans with his own hands. The church later named this apparition of Mary Our Lady of Guadalupe. Scientists, including some atheist ones, have concluded that the image of Mary appeared on Juan Diego's tilma is beyond the power of men to produce. There is much more that could be said about Our Lady of Guadalupe and her image, but we must now shift our focus onto their significance to the Catholic missions in China. Not unlike the Aztecs, the Chinese have also been enslaved by their own forms of diabolical paganism. Our Lady of Guadalupe extends the universal invitation of God to all men, to the Europeans as much as to the Aztecs and Chinese. Our God and our Lord Jesus Christ personally invites us all to the freedom from the devil through his mediation and his mother's intercession. To the missionaries in China, Our Lady of Guadalupe shows that conversion is ultimately the work of God. Missions in China today face similar challenges as in early Mexico: political tension, cultural clashes, and limited missionary success. Our Lady reminds us that God can triumph where men have failed.